Hello, welcome to my video. Before you start watching, I will ask you to subscribe to the channel, as more than 99% of people watch videos without a subscription. Thanks. Enjoy watching. The restaurant hummed with activity as Kate Fulton deftly maneuvered through the sea of tables, balancing trays of food with practiced ease. It was a prestigious establishment frequented by the city's elite, including the renowned film director, Adrian, and his elegant wife, Margaret Donaldson. Kate had always admired Frank's work from afar, her dreams of becoming an actress intertwined with his masterful storytelling. Yet the divide between her current reality as a struggling waitress and the glimmering world of cinema seemed insurmountable. On that fateful evening, as Kate weaved through the crowded dining area, a sudden mishap caused her to stumble. A bowl of piping hot soup slipped from her hands, splattering onto Margaret's meticulously styled hair. The room fell into a stunned silence, all eyes turning towards the scene of embarrassment. Margaret's face contorted with anger and humiliation, her eyes shooting daggers at Kate. Mortified, Kate stood frozen, her heart pounding in her chest. She desperately searched for the right words, but they eluded her. She was just a simple waitress, and now she had become the subject of a disastrous spectacle. Frank, ever the composed presence, rose from his seat. Concern etched across his face, he guided Margaret out of the restaurant, leaving behind a shocked staff and a trembling Kate. She could feel the weight of their stares, the judgmental whispers hanging in the air. The incident would undoubtedly be the talk of the town come morning. As Kate cleaned up the mess, she couldn't help but question the chain of events that had led her to this moment. Would this incident be the final blow to her already fragile dreams, or could it possibly serve as a catalyst for something unexpected, something extraordinary? The next morning, Kate awoke to a whirlwind of notifications on her phone. News of the soup incident had spread like wildfire, saturating social media feeds and gossip columns. As she scrolled through the comments, a mixture of support and criticism flooded her screen. Amidst the chaos, Kate received an unexpected call from her restaurant manager. He sounded flustered and apologetic as he explained that Adrian, the renowned film director, had personally reached out to him. Frank wanted to speak with Kate. Astonished and intrigued, she agreed to meet him later that day. Anxious but hopeful, Kate arrived at Frank's sleek office in the heart of the city. The room exuded creativity, adorned with movie posters and shelves filled with prestigious awards. As Frank greeted her warmly, offering a genuine smile, she felt a flicker of relief. "I must admit, I was curious to meet the infamous soup pourer," Frank said, his voice laced with a touch of humor, trying to lighten the mood. Blushing, Kate mustered a nervous smile. "I'm really sorry about what happened. It was a complete accident," she stammered, hoping to convey her remorse. Frank waved off her apology with a dismissive gesture. "Accident or not, Kate, I saw something in you, a spark, and I'd like to offer you an opportunity." His words hung in the air, and Kate's heart skipped a beat. The famous director believed in her talent, despite the embarrassing incident. A rush of emotions washed over her, excitement, doubt, and the flickering embers of a dream reignited. "What kind of opportunity?" Kate managed to ask, her voice tinged with a mix of anticipation and trepidation. Frank leaned forward, his eyes gleaming with intensity. "I'm working on my next film, a story that requires raw talent and authenticity. I want you to audition for the lead role." A surge of adrenaline coursed through Kate's veins. This unexpected twist of fate had presented her with a chance to showcase her acting skills to a respected director. It was a turning point, an open door she couldn't resist stepping through. With newfound determination, Kate nodded. "I accept your offer, Mr. Adrian. I'll give it everything I have." Frank smiled, his belief in her evident. "I have a feeling you'll surprise us all, Kate." As she left Frank's office, a mix of excitement and uncertainty swirled within Kate. The accidental pouring of soup had paved the way for an unexpected opportunity, one that held the potential to change her life forever. Word of Kate's audition for Adrian's film spread like wildfire. fueling both curiosity and skepticism within the entertainment industry. As Kate prepared for her moment in the spotlight, her best friend and confidant, Logan Mitchell, stood firmly by her side. Logan, a bartender with a sharp wit and unwavering loyalty, believed wholeheartedly in Kate's talent. Together, they rehearsed lines and polished her performance, ensuring every emotion radiated authenticity. Days turned into nights, and with each passing moment, Kate's nerves intensified. Doubts crept in, whispering that she was merely a waitress, ill-prepared for such a significant opportunity. But Logan's unwavering support and encouraging words helped quell her insecurities. The day of the audition arrived. Kate stood outside the imposing doors of the casting room, her heart pounding against her chest. The air was thick with anticipation and the dreams of countless aspiring actors. She took a deep breath, summoning every ounce of courage within her. Stepping into the room, Kate found herself facing a panel of industry professionals. Among them was Adrian, his discerning gaze fixed upon her. She felt a surge of nerves but refused to let them overpower her determination. For the next few minutes, Kate poured her heart and soul into the audition, immersing herself in the character's emotions. She bared her vulnerability, allowing her raw talent to shine through. As she delivered her final lines, a hushed silence enveloped the room. Adrian, his eyes shining with awe, broke the stillness. "Kate, you've truly impressed me. You've captured the essence of the character. Well done." The words echoed in Kate's mind, their weight lifting her spirits. Even if she didn't secure the role, she had left a lasting impression on Adrian, the director she had admired for so long. Days turned into weeks as Kate anxiously awaited news of the casting decision. Doubts and insecurities gnawed at her, threatening to overshadow the hope she had nurtured. But just as despair threatened to consume her, a phone call broke through the darkness. It was Adrian, his voice brimming with excitement. "Kate, congratulations. You got the part. Welcome to the film." A surge of elation coursed through Kate's veins. She had secured the role, earning the opportunity to work alongside Frank and bring her acting dreams to life. It was a pivotal moment, a triumph over adversity that she had never dared to imagine. As she hung up the phone, Kate couldn't help but reflect on the unlikely turn of events. The soup mishap that had brought embarrassment and uncertainty had ultimately propelled her towards her greatest breakthrough. The journey was just beginning, and Kate was determined to seize every moment with unwavering dedication. On the first day of filming, Kate stepped onto the set with a mixture of excitement and nervous energy. The bustling crew, the elaborate sets, and the air of anticipation filled her with a renewed sense of purpose. Among the cast and crew, she caught glimpses of Adrian, the man who had seen something in her when others had dismissed her as a mere waitress. As filming progressed, Kate found herself immersed in the world of the story. She embraced her character, drawing from her own experiences and vulnerabilities. Frank's guidance and expertise allowed her to push her boundaries, exploring the depths of her talent. Amidst the long hours and demanding scenes, Kate formed a connection with Frank that extended beyond their professional relationship. Late-night conversations over coffee turned into discussions about life, dreams, and the power of storytelling. They shared a mutual passion for their craft, a connection that transcended the boundaries of their respective roles. However, as their bond deepened, a complicated dynamic emerged. Frank was married to Margaret, a fact that weighed heavily on Kate's conscience. She struggled with conflicting emotions, torn between her admiration for Frank and the guilt of being drawn into an affair. One evening, as the film production reached its halfway point, Kate found herself alone with Frank on set. The atmosphere crackled with tension as they locked eyes, their unspoken desires hanging in the air. In that moment, Kate made a difficult decision: to confront the feelings that had been simmering beneath the surface. "I can't deny the connection between us," Kate admitted, her voice tinged with vulnerability. "But we both know this is complicated. You're married, and I don't want to be the cause of any pain." Frank sighed, his expression etched with a mix of longing and resignation. "You're right, Kate. It's a difficult situation, and I don't want to hurt anyone either. We have to be mindful of the consequences." Their unspoken understanding hung heavily between them, their shared emotions impossible to ignore. They vowed to maintain professionalism on set, to honor their commitments and keep their burgeoning feelings in check. As the filming continued, Kate channeled her conflicted emotions into her character, infusing each scene with a rawness that captivated the crew. Through her performance, she bared her soul, exploring the depths of love, betrayal, and redemption. Outside of the film, Kate leaned on Logan for support, confiding in him about the complexities of her situation. He listened without judgment, reminding her of her own worth and encouraging her to stay true to herself. In the midst of a love story unfolding on the screen, Kate found herself entangled in a web of emotions that threatened to unravel everything she had worked for. The line between real and reality blurred, testing her resolve and challenging her to navigate the treacherous path of desire and loyalty. As the film neared completion, anticipation built within the entertainment industry. Speculation about the chemistry between Kate and Frank on screen fueled rumors and curiosity among the public. The line between their characters and their own emotions grew increasingly blurry, making each scene a delicate dance of truth and fiction. At the film's premiere, the red carpet buzzed with excitement. Kate, dressed in an elegant gown, stepped into the glare of flashing cameras, her heart pounding with a mix of exhilaration and apprehension. She shared smiles and exchanged pleasantries with her fellow cast members, all the while feeling the weight of the secret she and Frank carried. The lights dimmed and the film began. As Kate watched herself on the silver screen, she couldn't help but be captivated by the palpable chemistry she shared with Frank's character. Their performances resonated with the audience, evoking a range of emotions that echoed throughout the theater. After the screening, the cast and crew gathered for the celebratory after-party. Amidst the jubilant atmosphere, Kate caught glimpses of Frank's gaze, a subtle mix of pride and longing. She felt the pull between them, the unspoken desire that refused to be ignored. In a secluded corner of the venue, away from prying eyes, Kate and Frank found themselves alone. The weight of their emotions hung heavy in the air, and they knew they couldn't deny their connection any longer. "Kate, being with you has awakened something within me," Frank confessed, his voice filled with a mixture of longing and regret. "But I can't bear the thought of hurting Margaret. We have to be mindful of the consequences." Kate nodded, her eyes brimming with understanding. "I feel the same way, Frank. We have to honor our commitments and the people we care about." With a bittersweet embrace, they made a silent pact to suppress their desires and return to their respective lives. Their connection, while undeniable, was entangled in a web of loyalty and moral responsibility. Days turned into weeks, and the film garnered critical acclaim, solidifying Kate's place in the industry. But behind the scenes, the unresolved tension between her and Frank remained, a constant reminder of the uncharted path they had chosen not to pursue. As time passed, Kate sought solace in her work, throwing herself into new projects and exploring the breadth of her talent. She continued to forge meaningful connections with fellow actors and industry professionals, cherishing the genuine relationships that didn't carry the weight of hidden desires. Throughout it all, Logan remained her steadfast friend, offering unwavering support and a listening ear. With his guidance, Kate learned to navigate the complex world of love and betrayal, understanding that sometimes the greatest acts of courage come from the choices we don't make. Months passed since the film's premiere, and Kate found herself immersed in a whirlwind of new opportunities. Her career flourished, and she gained recognition for her talent and dedication. The echoes of her on-screen chemistry with Frank continued to linger, but they were overshadowed by her commitment to personal growth and professional success. One day, Kate received an unexpected invitation, a prestigious awards ceremony where the film had been nominated for several categories. As she stepped onto the red carpet, the flashing cameras and the buzz of excitement enveloped her. Amidst the glamorous atmosphere, she spotted Frank and Margaret, their presence a reminder of the complexities she had navigated. During the ceremony, the film claimed numerous accolades, a testament to the collective effort of the cast and crew. As Kate accepted her award, gratitude filled her heart. She acknowledged the journey that had led her here. The accidental pouring of soup, the unexpected opportunity, and the emotional turmoil that had shaped her growth. After the ceremony, Kate found herself face to face with Margaret. The director's wife, usually reserved and guarded, extended a hand with a genuine smile. "Congratulations, Kate. Your performance was truly remarkable." Touched by Margaret's warmth and grace, Kate shook her hand, her eyes shimmering with gratitude. "Thank you, Margaret. I appreciate your kind words." In that moment, Kate recognized the strength of forgiveness and redemption. The soup incident, which had initially caused turmoil and embarrassment, had inadvertently paved the way for an extraordinary journey of self-discovery and growth. As the years passed, Kate continued to thrive in her career, taking on diverse roles and immersing herself in the art of storytelling. She found love and companionship in unexpected places, cherishing the genuine connections she had cultivated with those who accepted her for who she was. Throughout her journey, Kate remained grateful for the lessons learned. The delicate balance between ambition and integrity, the power of forgiveness, and the profound impact of choices made with the greater good in mind. She had emerged from the turmoil stronger and wiser, a testament to the transformative power of love, betrayal, and redemption. In the end, the soup incident served as a catalyst for a remarkable journey of self-discovery, leading Kate to a place of fulfillment and contentment. As she looked back on her tumultuous path, she couldn't help but smile at the serendipitous chain of events that had shaped her destiny. Years had passed since the film's release, and Kate had established herself as a respected and accomplished actress. She had moved on from the complexities of her past, focusing on her career and personal growth. However, fate had a way of bringing people together in unexpected ways. One evening, Kate received an invitation to a special charity event organized by the entertainment industry. It was an occasion that celebrated talent, creativity, and the power of giving back. Curiosity piqued, she decided to attend, not knowing that the event would mark a significant reunion. As Kate mingled with the guests, she caught sight of familiar faces from her past. Among them was Adrian, his presence evoking a mix of nostalgia and unresolved emotions. It had been years since they had seen each other, and she wondered how their encounter would unfold. Their eyes met across the crowded room, and a subtle smile tugged at the corners of Frank's lips. Kate, her heart beating faster, made her way toward him. The years had changed them both, etching lines of experience on their faces, but the connection that had once ignited their souls remained. "Kate," Frank said, his voice tinged with a mix of regret and longing. "It's been far too long." She nodded, a sense of bittersweetness enveloping her. "Indeed it has." As they delved into conversation, they discovered the intricacies of their respective journeys since their paths had diverged. Frank spoke of the lessons he had learned, the challenges he had faced, and the profound impact their brief connection had on his life. Kate, too, shared her experiences, the growth, the triumphs, and the understanding that had come with time. She expressed gratitude for the path they hadn't taken, acknowledging that their choices had led them to where they were meant to be. In the midst of their conversation, Margaret, Frank's ex-wife, approached. Her presence evoked a mix of apprehension and curiosity within Kate. But to her surprise, Margaret's demeanor exuded warmth and genuine acceptance. "Kate, it's a pleasure to see you again," Margaret said, her voice filled with sincerity. "I've followed your career with admiration. You've come a long way since our paths crossed." Touched by Margaret's kind words, Kate offered her a genuine smile. "Thank you, Margaret. I appreciate your support." In that moment, the three of them stood united, bound by the past, yet embracing the present with grace and forgiveness. The wounds of betrayal had healed, replaced by a shared understanding and a recognition of the complexities of the human heart. As the evening drew to a close, Kate and Frank found themselves alone once more. They stood beneath the starlit sky, their souls entwined in a delicate dance of nostalgia and possibility. "Kate," Frank began, his voice filled with a mix of vulnerability and longing. "I often wonder what could have been if we had taken a different path." She met his gaze, her eyes reflecting a profound sense of acceptance. "Frank, our journey together was significant, but it led us to where we needed to be. Our choices, as difficult as they were, shaped us into the people we are today." They shared a bittersweet embrace, acknowledging the beauty of their shared history while embracing the freedom of the present. Their connection, once marked by love and betrayal, had transformed into a profound friendship, an unbreakable bond forged through the trials and tribulations of their intertwined lives. As they bid each other farewell, Kate felt a renewed sense of gratitude and clarity. The reunion had offered closure, a chance to reflect on the chapters of their lives that had unfolded since their unforgettable encounter. In the years that followed, Kate and Frank continued on their respective paths, carrying with them the memories of their shared journey. They maintained a bond rooted in friendship and mutual admiration, even as their lives took different turns. Kate's career soared to new heights, earning her critical acclaim and accolades. She embraced diverse roles, captivating audiences with her talent and depth. Through it all, she remained grateful for the experiences that had shaped her, including the accidental pouring of soup that had set her on this remarkable path. Frank, too, found success in his craft, directing and producing films that pushed boundaries and challenged conventions. He poured his passion into his work, continually seeking stories that resonated with the human experience. Though they didn't cross paths as frequently as before, Kate and Frank kept in touch, offering support and encouragement whenever life presented its challenges. They shared the joys and sorrows of their individual journeys, finding solace in the understanding that they had been a part of each other's transformation. As the years turned into decades, Kate found herself reflecting on the extraordinary connection she had forged with Frank. Their encounter, born from an accidental soup incident, had woven a thread through the tapestry of their lives, forever altering their paths. In her twilight years, Kate sat down to pen her memoir, a testament to the twists and turns, the triumphs and tribulations that had defined her existence. Within those pages, she chronicled her love story, her journey of betrayal, and the subsequent redemption that had shaped her into the woman she had become. The memoir touched the hearts of readers around the world, resonating with those who had experienced the complexities of love and the power of forgiveness. Kate's story became a reminder that life was a delicate dance of choices and consequences, and that sometimes the most profound connections were born from the most unexpected circumstances. On a quiet evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Kate found herself reminiscing about the past, the accidental pouring of soup, the love story that unfolded, and the journey of self-discovery that followed. With a smile on her lips, she closed her eyes and felt the eternal connection that had shaped her life. For in the tapestry of their intertwined stories, Kate and Frank had left an indelible mark, a reminder that love, betrayal, and redemption were not merely chapters in a book, but threads that wove together to create a masterpiece of the human experience. If you liked the video, do not forget to subscribe to my